Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I wanted to do a quick video on how to do how to use your calculator to find inverses functions. So this was taken from the most recent Algebra 2 exam. Gives it a function, it's a cubic function, x to the third power minus 3, and they want you to find the inverse. And it's going to be the cube root of x minus 3b, but we need to find the value of b. So this is one of the ways that I would do it. Let me see. So I'm just going to grab the calculator, and then I'm going to graph both of the functions. So the very first function I'm going to put in is the original function. So this is going to be x to the third power minus 3. Oops. Delete this. Minus 3. Yep, cubic function. Let me move this over here. And then I'm going to put in the inverse. So this is going to be the inverse. So this will be 3. And now it's going to be x minus 3b. Now, if you graph any letter other than x, it's going to ask you if you want to create a slider. And we're going to use the slider. So I'm going to press enter. It's going to say, do you want to create a slider? Yes. Okay, so let me take the slider and move it up here. And then, okay, so right now the value in the B term is 1. And you can see, you should be able to look at these and see that these are inverses. But here's a way that you can definitely tell if they're inverses. So watch this. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to press tab. And now what I'm going to do is I'm do a composite function of the two functions. And if they are inverses, when you take the composite of two inverses, you should basically get the y equals x line. So let me show you what I mean. So if you go variable, I'm going to do f1, and then inside of f1, I'm going to do the other function. And all you have to do is put x. And what it's going to do is it's going to graph that. It's going to be a straight line, right? Because we're taking, right, but it's not the inverse. If it was the inverse, this line should be over here. So now all we have to do is go to the B. And remember, the values that you have are 1, a -1, 3, and a -3. Well, we know it's not 1 because right now we have 1 in for B and it's not the inverse. So let's go to a -1. All right, so if I go back to the calculator and I move this to a -1, now this is perfect. You can see that these two are definitely inverses of each other, but the telltale sign is that when you take the composite, it goes straight through the origin and it's y equals x. So that's how you know that this is the actual answer. So if I went back to this would be the answer. Now I'm going to try these other two just to show you that they don't work. So if I go here, I'm going to go to a -3. That's a -2. That's a -3. You can see that they're no longer inverses. They're no longer inverses. Now, if I go over to 3, 1, 2, 3, you can also see that these are not inverses. So I'm going to move it back to the actual answer, which was a -1. Boom, there you go. That's it. Now, that's an easy way to get inverses. Now, this is true no matter what. Whenever you do the inverse of a composite of inverses, you should get this y equals x line. If you don't, then you know that's not the answer. All right, I'm going to sign off.